Yo, guys, what's up? It's your boy, Nappy Roots, aka Otis Drew, aka the Ebony Prince. Ooh, nice little voice crack. Aka Mr. Blackie Chen 11. Alright, guys, it's the second time me recording this because I'm a bumbling fuck. Alright, so into this one. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the difference between acid and mushrooms. Alright, so I've done acid 3 times now, and I've done mushrooms 3 times now, so I'd like to say that, like, I've fully experienced the drug for what it is, and I don't know, whole like fucking psychedelic thing is not really me, just 'cause like it's kind of rough, and I feel like it could really fucking damage your brain, long term. But it's chill to do every once in a while, but you know, not an everyday thing for me. But yeah. So the 3 times I've taken acid, it was just it was always fun, when you're doing this kind of shit, like you always have fun no matter what, personally for me, like I've never really had a bad trip, and I don't plan on it just because like I live a pretty positive life. I'm always pretty positive, pretty happy, so I really don't let shit get me down, and I really just try not to let like just like negative things happen or like negative energies be around me when I'm tripping, just because like I feel like that could like really make or break your trip. But I just want to say I'm about to fucking stomp out real quick. Honestly, I hated how it's just me and this other kid, and this guy was a master prestige and dies within like 30 seconds of the round, and I'm just some like stone bag, But yeah, all 3 times. The first time I took 2 tabs, and that lasted. The high lasted probably about like maybe like 12 to 13 hours, maybe like 14, honestly, because like I took it around like 12 in the like at noon, like 12 noon, and then I didn't really stop seeing stuff until like maybe like maybe like 1 in the morning. That's what I'm saying. Like it was kind of wild, like and like I really didn't start like tripping, like, or I really didn't stop really like tripping, quote unquote, like being like my headspace was and like where my like visuals kind of were until like maybe like the next morning around like 8 o'clock, and then I just passed out for like 2 hours and woke up. It was like honestly like and like with acid it's just very like strenuous on your brain, I feel like, because like every time I've done it, it just like feels like my head is just being pounded in a little bit, but it's whatever, it's not the end of the world. But the second time I've done it, I only took one, and I just really wanted to see what the high was about, just like the feeling of it, and that was nice. It was chill. I listened to some music. I listened to fucking Post Malone's "It Hits Hard" off the Stony album, because that just like that just dropped, and that was a pretty good song, and I every time I listen to that song, I just trip out a little bit, just because it's a pretty wild. You should listen to it. "Hits Hard" by Post Malone. It's a fucking really wild song. Um, what else? The third time was wild. That was the last time I've done it, and that was the most time I've done it. And I did 3 tabs that time. And that day I took them at like 8 in the morning, and like I just woke up, just took them, smoked real quick, then I took a shower, and then it just hit me when I was in the shower. I was just like, what the fuck, dude? Like I was just dying. And like that day was pretty cool. I just walked around my neighborhood, just just being a little weirdo. But the thing was just weird. Like I always noticed that like sometimes I would just either like just like randomly start crying for no reason, like not just because like I felt sad or anything. It was just like I would just be like staring, like just looking at some shit, just tripping out, and I'd just be like, what? And then I'd just start laughing, and the next thing you know, I'd just start crying. I would just be like dying of laughter, but like tears were coming from my face. But yeah, like I don't know. Acid's cool and everything. It's just a little strenuous on the brain. But the times I've done mushrooms, I don't even know, dude. Like, I've had like the first time I did it, like you just get that like mushrooms, like that vibe from it. Like these were like the mushrooms that I've seen, like in like all the pictures I've looked up, like all the videos I've looked up. Like every time they show like a little flash, it was these mushrooms. And my first time, I consumed an eighth, and it wasn't like super hard eating it. Like I really didn't like eat it with a sandwich or anything like that. I just basically like just like ate cap and stem, just like took it down, and I chased it with an apple, just because I don't know, apples to me are just gas. I fucking love those, and they're like nature's bowl too. Like you can smoke out of those. Like I wonder if you could dab out of an apple. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that in an episode. I'm gonna dab out of an apple, and it's gonna be fucking lit. All right, watch. Keep an update for that. Just watch out. Put me in your sub boxes. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see that. Give me a 1 like equals me a 1 step closer to me actually ripping a dab out of the fucking. Oh my god, look at my poor ass aim. Out of an apple, but. All right, let me get back to my story. I ate an eighth. It was wild. Me and my friend Kevin Wood, we just walked around the woods once again because like I don't know why, I just love tripping out in the woods. It's really fun, honestly. And we were just like fooling, just talking, and we were talking about aliens and the government and shit, like usual fucking stone bags, dude. But like we walked so fucking far. Like we walked like we just basically followed like a bunch of telephone wires, and they brought us so fucking close to the highway. We walked at least like 2-3 miles, you know. Like we were deep in our state park. We just took off in the woods. And then the second time, I took it by myself. I don't know why I always do that. Like my second time, I always do it by myself, just to see what it's like, you know. And I took like only a gram, but these ones were a lot more intense than the other ones. Like they tasted a lot different, you know, and they smelled like a lot stronger. Like honestly, like shrooms kind of smell like feet, and like it's like a weird scent, you know. I just like eating it was just so wild, honestly. Like just being like having to like scarf it down, like you know, with like tabs of acid. They're just like little tabs, you know, like little sheets of paper, and you just plop them on your tongue, or you could just do like the droppers, like, or you could be really savage like Flatbush and just drop them in your eyes. But yeah, the second time I took it, it was only 1 gram. And I was just shit, just whew, I was having fun. That's the day I made the last 3 Skyrim episodes. I was just really lit off that one. That was fucking great. I enjoyed making that. That was really fun. Um, and then the final. Honestly, just looking at my gameplay, like I could have done better this game. You know, my aim has been really shitty since I got back into Call of Duty. You know, I hit positive gameplays and shit like that, but like my aim is just so buns, dude. But yeah. The third time I did it was a couple nights ago, and I was just fucking. Whew. I took it like 2 grams, and it was of the stuff I took the second time, so it was like very strong still. And I was over at Kevin Wood's house when we were just born, and you know we just chilling, and then like he took some too also, and then like we just went on a walk, and we were walking around at like I took him at like 10 o'clock at night, and I didn't really start feeling it until like I'd say about maybe like 11:15, 11:30, and then by 12 o'clock I was really like it hit me, you know. And then that's when me and K Dubs went on a walk, and we were just like walking around his neighborhood. And then we actually were going to walk near to a park that we go and burn sometimes. And he actually told me like the craziest story of this girl down the road, like on the road of like where we were going. I guess she like hung herself by this bridge we were crossing, and I've never heard this story ever in my fucking 15 years of living in my town. It was honestly kind of haunting and chilling a little bit, and it just stopped me. And when he said that, I was like, "Are you fucking serious, bro?" Like, I wasn't upset that he brought it up. I was just like dumbfounded that I never fucking knew that, you know. And then like when we were walking over it, I just kind of like stood up on the edge and just looked over, and I just want to see some cars pass by. And I was explaining to Kevin about how you know you see like those like pictures with like highways or like roads, and you see like the streams of like red lights, red and yellow lights. All that is basically just timing of the lens and stuff like that, and the fucking shit like that. Fuck, I'm going over. Alright, past the gameplay, but yeah. So we just like walked around. We were just chilling, had a fun time. Went to the park at like 2 in the morning, just like jumping on the fucking little like kid shit, swinging on the swings, just talking, you know, boom. And then yeah, just came home, or went back to his house basically, and then just I don't even know. We just talked. Yeah, we just like went down into his basement and watched Naruto and just started talking about wild shit, you know, you know. Um, then he passed out because he had stuff to do in the morning, and by the time he passed out, it was like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. And then I just stayed up, just watched Sports Center until like 8, and then I went home, and then I legit just passed out for like a couple hours, you know. But yeah, but I do not promote the use of any psychedelics on my channel. I'm not saying you should go out and try them, and you know, I'm not saying that like you should go out and start making them either. I'm just saying this for like an educational purpose, using reason shit, just talking about my experiences in life and shit like that, But yeah, if you enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.